Okay, so this is a free question and answer. Um, this is a comment. The video I published last week. Part two road trip with my Peugeot 407 Coupe V6 didn't go as planned. So this from Tito Povolo. It's not in English, and so what I did was I now did the translation, and I don't know what language is this. So this is the translated version of it. So it reads, "Hi, Kenna. I'm Italian. Okay. Oh, so I understand. So I'm Italian. My name is Tito. Which 407 coupe car engine you recommend? Thank you very much. Okay, so Tito, what I would say is this. You live in Italy, right? Well, you say you're Italian, so I assume you live in Italy, so you live in Europe. So you have options other than those of us here in Nigeria. We don't have the kind of options you have. For us here, we use only petrol, Peugeot vehicles. So there are reasons to that. So I don't need to bore you with that. But over there, you have both diesel, petrol. So for me, so I'm going to limit my knowledge to what I know. However, there's something I need to point out on the diesel. So the 407 Coupe has two petrol engine and three diesel engines. I believe there are only three. Now for the diesel, we have 2.0. I think the 2.0 Coupe 407 HDI, the diesel engine, it was produced with only manual. I don't know whether it was 5-speed or 6-speed. I want to believe it was only manual transmission, just like the petrol 4-cylinder engine. So the 2.0 liter is a 4-cylinder engine as well, the HDI. So I think it was only for manual transmission. So from what I gather, it seems to be what most people go for. People into diesel for the coupe. Well, I won't say most people, but I know people actually, from people I've seen interacted with that lives in Europe, they have the 2.0 HDI. Now, there's another one, 2.7 HDI, which is V6 engine. Personally, avoid that. Avoid that car. Avoid that car. I don't have any, I can't tell, I'm not saying this authoritatively, but for what I've seen, users in Europe are going through, it's not the best. It's not the best among the diesel engines in 407 Coupe. It's not the best, so avoid it. I can't really go into details, the reasons, but trust me, I can see, it's not just the best. But there are other brands that actually have the same engine, that particular engine. What's the name of this? I think is it Range Rover or something? They had it. One other brand. So from what I gathered from the users, it's not the best engine. I mean, so many issues. So just avoid that 2.7. The only diesel engine I could say that actually match that coupe, not even the 2.0, but I could say if it must be diesel, then I also go for the 3.0 HDI. That 3.0 diesel engine you find. In fact, it's only that I think it's only the coupe that has that engine. If I'm not mistaken, I can't sure. Maybe the saloon also has it. I think it was the late 407 coupe that was produced, maybe 2009, 2010, that you can find that 3.0 liter diesel engine. It has about 240 horsepower. Unlike the diesel, the 2.7 HDI, that was about 204 horsepower or so. So, but it's not just about the power. I think the 3.0 was better made than the 2.7, or a lot of things were improved. In fact, from what I gathered, the 3.0 have almost 40 horsepower differences, and then the torque, I don't know the figure, but it's also high compared to the 2.7. But the funny thing is, the 3.0 is even consume less fuel, even though it's bigger, has more power. It consumes less fuel or less diesel than the 2.7 that is smaller with smaller horsepower. So so that should give you the idea. So I'll avoid it. However, now let me talk authoritatively now for what I know. For the petrol, you have 2.2 and then 3.0 petrol engines. The 3.0 is actually 2.9, but approximately 3.0. So that one is a V6 engine. The 2.2 is a four-cylinder engine, which is known as EW12J4. Now, the four-cylinder engine only has, for the 407 Coupe, only has manual transmission, 6-speed manual, no automatic. So, while the V6 has option of automatic and the manual, also 6-speed manual. The automatic is also 6-speed automatic. I forgot to mention, for the HDI, the diesel coupe, the 2.7 and the 3.0 diesel engines on that 407 coupe, they all had automatic transmission, no manual transmission option. So if it must be manual, then it can't be any of these two V6 engines that are diesel engines. For what I could tell from there was no manual on, unless, I don't know, maybe, but just know that by standard, none of, or they were all automatic. AMC 6-speed automatic. So when you come back to petrol, they have that same transmission on the V6 one. The four-cylinder didn't has only manual. They are also on the V6. You also have an option of manual. Now, if I were to choose, if I were to recommend, I will recommend the V6 petrol. I will recommend the V6 petrol. Now, the 2.2 is also very good, right? But 407 Coupe is a heavy car, so probably might feel the weight that much on the 2.2. It's quick, it's fast, but because the V6 is there, 2.2, you will, okay, I don't know how else to put it. You will enjoy a coupe V6 than the 2.2 petrol. V6 petrol, you will enjoy the V6 petrol than the 2.2 petrol. If you are, because normally people that buy coupe are buying it, even though it's not a sports car, this particular one, but people are buying it because you want it to serve you like a sports car. So in that case, you can as well get something that is fast. So you enjoy the V6 petrol one and the 2.2. The 2.2 is also fun. The gearbox is very good. It's short torque. The torque, what's it called? It's not a tall gear. It's very short. So you enjoy it. I've driven quite a number of them. So it's not a slow car. No, it's not slow. Just when you drive the V6, there's a lot of differences. So the fuel consumption differences, that's why sometimes I always pay people, I can always go for the V6. The fuel consumption difference between that 2.2 petrol and 3.0 petrol is not really that much. So you can as well just go for that V6 and enjoy the power. Of course, no matter what, the V6 will always still consume more. But the point is, it's so negligible or insignificant that you won't really feel, that it's not that, I don't know, you won't feel it. That's the point. Let's assume you do a 100-kilometer drive or journey, and you spend 10 euros in fueling the 2.2 with this doing 130 kilometers per hour on that journey for 100 kilometers. I'm saying, I'm just assuming, I don't know how, how much 10 euros can get you for petrol engine, petrol or gas over there. Okay, now for the V6 petrol, now you might end up spending maybe like 12 euro, 12 euros. You will end up spending 12 euros for the same distance, the same vehicle speed. When I mean vehicle speed, I'm talking about the same 130 kilometers per hour, the same 100 kilometers, same journey, you cover it. Both cars in good condition. So you could tell, okay, is it additional 2 euros? Okay, I was saying, is it $12 that I said? I said 12 euros, not $12. So the 2.2, let's assume it takes you 10 euros to fuel the car to that place. The V6 petrol would cost you 12 euros. So 10, 12. It's not up to 50. See, the difference is not up to 5. But then, I mean, what I mean is, it's not up to 5 euros. Can't say, oh, the 2.2 will take you 10 euros to fuel the car for that distance, while the petrol will take you 15 euros. It's not up to that. So that's why I say that's how insignificant it is for the fuel consumption between these two engines. So don't buy the 2.2 because it consumes, it's expected to consume less because you won't really feel it. So you can as well just get that V6. But the 2.2, the main thing is fun. The reason why I do tell people, okay, maybe you can get the 2.2 is if it must be manual. Because the thing is, the manual V6 tends to cost higher than the automatic V6 coupe and 2.2 V6. The manual V6, is much sought after. It's more desirable. It's more fun to drive than the automatic, even though they both have the same engine. So if I were to advise you, I say if you can afford to get or to find or to buy the 407 V6 petrol manual, go for that one. The automatic too will serve. Automatic V6 will serve. Only that the gearbox is it's not an inspiring gearbox. It's not. To me, it's not interesting so much. It's cool. It can be fast, but one thing that I always say about it is it's not a predictable gearbox. Very, very unpredictable. By this, I mean it's not a gearbox that you say, okay, I want to do a quick acceleration. It will not. Most times, it will not respond. Oh, I want to do a quick overtaking, it will not respond. What I mean, I'm not saying the car will stop moving. No, what I mean is probably you are doing 80 kilometers per hour and because it's 6 speed. So of course, it will be like you are not accelerating hard. It will be on gear 6. Now you need to quickly drive quick or maybe do overtaking. So you need to increase your speed. So at 80 kilometers per hour, you push your throttle pedal down. Of course, the gear is supposed to downshift. It's just like manual. You at 80 kilometers per hour, you don't expect the vehicle to pull very fast on gear 6 at 80 kilometers per hour. In fact, with the manual, it's not even good to run the 407 V6 manual petrol with gear 6 on 80 kilometers per hour. The engine will just be struggling. In fact, you barely will be able to move. You have to bring it down to 4 or 5 at least. So, the automatic, whether you like it or not, it will shoot it up. The only time it will not enter gear 6 if you're on sports mode or if you are using manual mode. If you're on sports mode at 80 kilometers per hour, it will not enter gear 6. It will stay around gear 4. If I think like gear 4, you just behave as if it's manual. Just stay around gear 4 or thereabouts. But if you put it on normal drive mode, it will go to 6. So my point, my point is, that 80 kilometers per hour, and it's on normal drive and it's on gear 6. You press it down for you to do the quick overtaking and reduce your speed again. It's not like you want to speed like hell. No, you just want to be able to overtake something or move a little bit faster, reduce your speed again. You press the throttle pedal down. Instead of it to downshift to gear 5, or in fact, it's supposed to even downshift up to gear 4, not even 5, because 5 will still drag at 80 kilometers per hour. It will drag. It won't really pick. The vehicle will get very fast. For it to get fast at gear 80 kilometers per hour, it has to come down to at least gear 4. In fact, if you really want a crazy drive, if it's on sports mode, if you put it on sports mode at that 80 kilometers per hour, you see it will downshift up to gear 3. That's also you to understand. But a normal drive, it should at least come down to 5 or 4. But that unpredictable thing I'm talking about is, most times you do it, it will not downshift. There's nothing wrong with the gearbox. It's just how they are made. I don't know, programming, whatever. It will stay on that gear 6. Now you now see the throttle pedal is already on the floor. Yet the gearbox will just be dragging. Engine power is there, because the gearbox, the torque now can no longer pull it. You see the engine will just be struggling. The gear will just be trying to, at that gear 6, if you've been driving, you understand what it means to try to pull the car very quick at that speed, at that particular gear. Engine will just be struggling. So if it's an emergency, maybe there's a vehicle, a huge truck or something coming towards you. In that case, you have two options. Go back. You can't be able to overtake that car anymore because he's just he's increasing the speed gradually at that speed without downshifting. So it may not be safe again for you to do that overtaking. You may enter to overtake. You find out that seconds later, you are still trying. You are still by the side of that vehicle. You have not been able to pass the vehicle, which is very risky. So you can also reduce your speed and go back to the vehicle you wanted to overtake if there's an oncoming vehicle or for whatever. So that's how annoying that gearbox is. No matter how new they are, I'm just telling you, in fact, this is a gearbox. I've used 2 of them, so understand that. So not just these 2, I've driven quite a number of 407 with that gearbox. So I know how they behave. Not just the 407, every other. So see, just take it the way I mean. That's how they behave. Very unpredictable. The only way they will serve you if you are the type that just like driving, you just press the throttle, let it move on its own. Then if you want quick acceleration, you either you do manual mode or sports mode. But even the sports mode, it's not really that comfortable to use. It feels harsh. If you use sports mode, after a while realize like you want to reduce your speed or something and still on sports mode, you see the gearbox will be downshifting very, very harsh. You will feel it. You won't like the way it downshifts. You will hit it as it's dropping down, dropping the lower gears. You feel, every part of your body will be feeling it. The gearbox will be jerking a little. So it's not I only use it then just few occasions because it doesn't feel good, it feels very uncomfortable using it for a long time. So I'd rather use manual mode. So all this, I'm taking my time to explain this thing, so I don't feel that I'm bad-mouthing the gearbox or I'm discouraging people to use the gearbox. But I want you to know this is what you're going to get if you choose that gearbox. You choose the automatic 407 coupe. Same applies to the diesel one because it's the same gearbox, not diesel V6. So now to avoid all those things, the option you now have is the manual one, the manual coupe. So if you want to use the automatic, once in a while you get it. Sometimes you press the throttle down at that moment, it will downshift. That's why I say it's unpredictable. You may do it for the next 1 hour on the road, it will downshift it. then maybe the next 2 times you try it, it will not respond. So, I mean, it's not to me. It's not the type of gearbox I'll find myself to use. So that is it. So okay, to cut it short, which one will I recommend? From what I know, I'll recommend the Peugeot V6. The first choice is the manual one. The second choice is um the automatic. Then if you are into diesel, of course, if you can find that 3.0 diesel is very, very rare, very, very rare. The one with 240 horsepower. In fact, that's the one that has the best power for 407 coupe. Not even the petrol manual. The power is not that, it's there, but it's not really, it's not like, I still would consider it a very quick car compared to the success of the 406 coupe. No, 407 coupe is not as quick as 406 coupe. So the one that, in fact, the only 407 that actually as quick, maybe a little bit quicker, or just almost at the same figures, seconds, with the 406 is the 407 V6 3.0 diesel. That's one that has, the one that has 240 horsepower is the one you can actually, that can compete with 406 V6. You know, so that if you are talking about power, that's one to go for. It's just that it's a very rare car. They were not much produced, so you may not easily find it. And I know over there the tax is higher. People that own 3.0 407 coupe diesel, the taxation, I don't know, annual tax or something. I know for those in Europe, UK, they complain a lot that the tax is very, very high. So I don't know about your place where you stay. So, but the petrol one is not that high. So at least it has some power. Then the 2.2 is also very, very good. It has much lower taxation, annual tax, something like that. So, but that 2.0 HDI, for coupe, I don't think it's a car I will recommend. It's been how much is it? Not 136 horsepower. I know the torque might be over 200, and then but come on, that power for 407 coupe. 407 coupe is a heavy car, so I don't think it makes sense. So you better go for that 2.2 petrol, worst case scenario, or go for those any of these three V6, the V6 diesel, the V6 petrol manual, or V6 petrol automatic. But if I were to choose, I would choose the V6 petrol manual, not even the diesel, 3.0 diesel that has more power. For me, simply being that it's automatic, it doesn't have manual. And even it had manual, oh, what are you talking about? It's that automatic thing, because it's the same gearbox in the petrol, so they all behave the same way. So that's a big turn off for me. You know, so I know the question is kind of confusing, you know. So as my response, I'm not saying specifically this is the best for you. I just have to lay it out for you to now choose from. But it's not good to, you know, I want people to actually be the one to make their choice, but at least know all the facts. You now find the one that attracts you the most, or interests you the most, or excites you the most, that you choose from. None of them is that bad. But the 2.7 VC, please avoid it. Avoid it. For what I've gathered from users, people who use it before, avoid it. It's not worth it. So just, and the 2.0 diesel coupe, don't bother about that. The power, I don't think you enjoy it. It's a heavy car. Why buy a seemingly sports car that drives very slow? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. So I hope this helps. And 407 coupe is one of the best. In fact, it's the best 407 produced. You know, it's the best. I don't need to say. It doesn't matter how anybody feels. That's the best. You just need to drive one to understand. Okay. Hope this helps.